Y'all know how this go. Don't like something about the channel, go ahead and press do not recommend this channel. Got a negative comment, don't waste your time leaving it here because it will be deleted. With all that being said, let's get into this. Yes, this is old footage, but y'all know damn well ain't no way I was gonna post Elden Ring and post Dark Souls 3 without posting my favorite, which is Dark Souls 2. I got to be in defense of Dark Souls 2. I will always ride for Dark Souls 2 because of how good of a game it was. I done seen people bash this game, talk about how it was bad, it was the worst in the Soul series. Make this make sense. So how in the hell is a game that had balanced PvP? Not only did it have balanced PvP, but the PvE actually changed in New Game Plus. When was the last time y'all heard of a Souls game doing that? After Dark Souls 2. Because in Dark Souls 3, when you go on the New Game Plus, enemies are the same. Elden Ring, the enemies are the same. And I remember when I said Dark Souls 2 shouldn't get a remaster, but I want to go back on that. I wish it did. I understand that Dark Souls 2 do have Scholar of the First Sin, but when it comes down to the most fun I have ever had in PvP, it's always been in Dark Souls 2. I do love the chaos of Dark Souls 3 having 6 players on the field. I do. But Dark Souls 2, you could get away with using any type of weapon. And that's what I love so much about Dark Souls 2. You rarely seen everybody playing with the same weapon because there were so many weapons to choose from and every weapon was viable. You could make it's a weapon in the game called the ladle. And that's exactly what the weapon is a ladle spoon. And you could make a build off of it that works in PvE and PvP. That's the beauty of Dark Souls 2, is being able to take any weapon and make it work. Now, let me tell y'all something that I used to hate in Dark Souls 2, and that's weapon durability. I used to hate that with a passion until I played Elden Ring. And then I seen why they put weapon durability in Dark Souls 2. So, let's say you had the Moonlight Greatsword in Dark Souls 2, right? Every time you do that beam, it will lower your weapon durability by a lot. And the reason they done that is to keep you from spamming, like in the Elden Ring. Now, yeah, I get it. You can go get repair powder. But if you fighting somebody that's aggressive and they know you finna have to repair your weapon because you've been spamming that special beam or special spell, they finna get a full combo off on you. No doubt about it. And before I forget to mention this, if you not paying attention to your weapon durability, if you broke that weapon, you couldn't fix it with repair powder. You had to go to a smith. So if you was in PvP spamming and wasn't paying attention to that weapon durability and that weapon broke, you if you don't have another weapon on you, you dead. No doubt about it. You got to go to a smithy to get that repaired. Now don't get me wrong, Dark Souls 2 has its downsides like adaptability. That's one of them. The arena where you can get paired up with somebody that's max level. Soul memory. A lot of people didn't like soul memory, and that's understandable. But I mean, that's not a reason to just you say, "Oh, the game was worse than all of them." You know, you have to look at the pros and the cons, right? And to me, the cons do not outweigh the pros in Dark Souls 2. And for the people who don't know what I'm talking about with adaptability and soul memory, let me elaborate on them a little bit. Adaptability was pretty much a stat that gave you iframes. It was really good for PvE, but in PvP it got broken as hell. Because if you fighting somebody with 99 adaptability and they just keep pressing circle from a standing position, which is a backstep, you will never hit them because they pretty much got infinite iframes. But that's why meta levels were created. And the meta level was like 150, 155 to keep people from having 99 adaptability or so much adaptability that they could just sit there and do that to you. So that con right there was easily fixed. Now let's move over to soul memory. And this one a lot of people had a problem with because if you want to play with your friend, y'all had to be around the same soul memory. So I'm just gonna make up random numbers. Let's say your soul memory was 500,000, and then your friend's soul memory was 1,000,000. Y'all probably wouldn't be able to play together because he too far ahead of you in his soul memory. And yes, a lot of people had problems with that. But this right here kept max level phantoms from coming into somebody world that's probably level 40. You wasn't finna bring your level 500 character, 600, whatever he is, into no level 40 world because your soul memory is way too high. But this is what kept the PvP balanced. Where you wasn't walking into a world where this guy got two max level characters waiting to gank you or whatever. All of y'all were around the same soul memory, so all of y'all were around the same soul level pretty much. But then you got the arena where you could go into the arena and be level, let's say meta level 150, and end up fighting somebody that's level 500, 600. And I don't know why they done it that way, but they did. But anyway, like and subscribe if you ain't. Comment down below if you don't. Cut on that notification bell because I got more coming. I'll see y'all later.